This right here is the king of steaks. Apparently, anyways. We'll see about that. So this is a Brazilian steak called picanha. If you've been to Texas Day, Brazil before, you've probably had this steak before. Usually they'll cut it into like long strips, fold it over onto a skewer and grill like 3 or 4 at a time. Just giving it a quick pat down real quick because I have to cut this silver skin off right here. Why you want to cut the silver skin off is it's incredibly hard to chew. Even with a knife, it's actually pretty hard to cut through. Well, we'll see how good this thing is. I have a feeling that like any sort of Wagyu, even American Wagyu, is probably going to be better than this, but let's find out. One of the reasons why it's so prized is this like huge fat cap that's on here. This one's actually a little weird. It's got like some bald spots right here, but that's all right. Look at that right there. Fuck yeah, dude. So taking the silver skin off is actually really easy. All you need is a knife, and I like to have like a paper towel that's folded over. It gives me like better grip than my fingers would. So right here is where I'm gonna go under. I basically just poke under it. So basically gripping that and then just going all the way down. And instead of pointing down, I'm pointing my knife up just so I don't cut too much meat off. And then you just keep repeating the process. Cool, now this whole thing is cleaned out. What we're gonna do is portion this. So what you wanna look for, hey, you got something to say, bro? Huh? You want some of this rumpus, don't you? All you're looking for is the way that the strands of meat are running, so you can tell that they're running that way. So the reason we want to cut along the grain to portion it is because when we go to cut it, we're going to be cutting against the grain. And that's important because when you're eating a steak, you want the strands to be like this as opposed to like huge strands like this. That would be really uncomfortable to chew on. So now that I know the strands are going to be running this way, that's the way I'm going to portion it. I'm just like measuring out, see if I want to cut it into like 3 or 4 pieces. So I'm going to go for 4 pieces. So I'm just going to cut right down the middle first. Cool, so now we have our 2 pieces. I'm just going to cut each one in half now. Look at this incredible fat cap on there, man. That's insane. Needless to say, this is like a really long steak, so if you wanted to, you could cut it right in half, and you would have 2 portions. I think I might do that. What do you think? What should we do? What say you, bro? Yes, I'm gonna wash my hands. Okay, look at that fat cap, man. I'm being convinced now. This is so much steak, I'm debating whether I want to cook all of it or not. Okay, I decided I'm just gonna cook 2 of these guys. Cook one of these perfect looking ones, and then I'll cook one of these, like one of the end pieces that looks super weird. Well, there's my battle station. We gotta go outside now. Oh, hey, buddy. Weather's looking pretty crummy. She's happy though, so I'm happy. Just gotta grab this guy and off to the shed. This is where we keep all of our secrets, where we bury all of our skeletons. All right, gotta get some charcoal. Let's do this. I forgot this guy, but if you don't use one of these, man, this makes your life so much easier. It's just like a fire starting kit. Oh yeah. Oh, there we go, Jesus. More of those on there. Cool, I'm gonna go wash my arm off now. So I'm actually gonna get this smoker going while that grill is heating up. Turn it down as low as it can. If you don't have one of these, obviously don't worry about it. A grilled steak's gonna still taste so good. Since I'm gonna be smoking these dudes, as far as flavoring, I'm just gonna go with salt and pepper. If these were prime rib or a tomahawk, some like really large steak, then I would take the time to dry brine it, but since these steaks are so thin, I don't even bother with it. And a lot of the salt's gonna fall off during the cooking process, so that's why you season it very liberally. To the smoker. Lay these bad boys down. Since I got the grill running already, perfect time to grill some corn. All right, easy way to take the husk off. Cut both ends off. First side, second side. And then now you should be able to peel everything off like super easily. And you give it the old rub and tug and all the hair should come off. One more rub and tug. My sweet baby corn. I'm gonna grill this corn raw, so we're just gonna make a little finishing butter. A little bit of honey, salt. And these are just some spices I think pair well with that honey. A little bit of cinnamon. I don't want this to be like super weird. Coriander, one of my favorite spices. And then black pepper. And then mix it up. And then this is gonna be like our little finishing butter. I actually bought this at Kroger's not too long ago. And since I don't have any lime juice, I'm gonna add some of this to the butter. This is getting weird. On its own, this vinegar is good, so let's try it. Touch more. Yeah, not bad, man. We're off to grill this corn. What's this guy doing? This fire's blazing, so this should go real quick. Come these steak boys. Ooh! looking so good, man. Attack! So just checking the temp on these guys real quick. This is a cake tester, by the way. This is my favorite way to temp stuff. Since this is so thin, all you have to do is stick it in there, and about 5 seconds, it'll conduct enough heat to be able to tell temperature of the meat. So this is just under lukewarm, which tells me it's probably like in the rare range already, like slightly under rare. That means I just have to cook this thing really fast. Let's go, my friends. The trick is to cook some of this so that it crisps up without it flaming up. So I kind of have to just like keep moving it around before it starts flaming up. A little bit's fine, but when it gets like that, you don't want that. It gets like super acrid and bitter. So I'd rather take it off and keep checking the temp a bit than overcook it or undercook it. So I can tell this one's getting into the medium rare range, and this one's still like kind of in the rare. So I'm gonna cook them both for just a little bit longer. If I had to choose, I'd rather a steak be closer to medium than closer to rare. Dude, look at this thing, that's beautiful. Brush this corn. Don't forget to salt it. This butter is tasting good. Alright, let's dig in, baby. Gonna put a little more butter. Oh, I got so much in my teeth right now. Alright, I'm psyched for this, man. When I was temping this, it was feeling like wicked tender. This is the sample piece right here. Whew. So far looking good, dude. It's gotta bloom a little bit, but yeah, not bad. Oh yeah, look at that. What up, Guga? Actually, you can tell this is a little bit too rare for me. This is why this cut is awesome. You get that sick ass fat cap. Oh, stop dripping. Now this is really good, don't get me wrong, but I think it's a bit of an exaggeration to call it the world's best steak, you know? I would equate this to like a New York strip, you know? I'm always gonna love ribeye more. And this is some good quality stuff too. This is USDA Prime grass-fed. No, sorry, grain-fed, it's not grass-fed. I'm not the biggest fan of grass-fed beef. Check out these potatoes I fried too, man. They're that super famous 4-hour potato or like 100 stack potato. These are actually ridiculous. Let me know if you want to see a recipe for this. But yeah, man, would you be mad if you got a plate like this? Ooh, daddy.